One of the greatest things that my wife ever said to me came in an argument, and it was challenging, but it was so real and so simple. And this was when we were we first got together, and I was telling her, I forget what the disagreement was about, but I'm standing on business. I'm like, this is how I am. This is what it is. Like, I've always been this way. And she said this simple word. She says, babe, look, she says, babe, softened me right up. Conviction. She says, babe, I understand that that works for you, but does that work for us? And I was like, wow, I wasn't thinking about a us. I'm still bringing how I was raised and what I've learned and my perspective into a marriage. And everything she was doing at the time was for us, but I'm still stuck in my ways in certain aspects. And I had to die to what I knew. I had to, like Paul, I had to count it as dung. I had to get rid of those things, because how can you become one unless you lose yourself, the self that the world created? Marriage is the covenant that is like the Holy Trinity, as far as the Father, the Son, and the Spirit is one. And in a marriage, the husband and the wife become one. And one of the biggest challenges we have in the world today is so much individuality in marriage. It's so much individuality in relationship. And a lot of times it be the man. And I say that because I'm a relationship mediator, and I get couples that I mediate with all the time. And the women long suffer with unhealed, broken men longer than they should, because these men are stuck in their ways. This is the way that I am. Why can't you accept me just like this? And my thing is, I understand this is the way that I am, but there's nothing that God created that's alive that doesn't change. So even though that's how you are, God can still change you. But we so stuck in our pride, we're stuck in our ego, we're stuck in the reputation that we want to uphold with ourselves.